Hello everyone, welcome back to Girl Splaining Gaming. My name is Kelsey, and today here with me tonight, I've got Ben from Board and Savior. Say hi, Ben.
Hello.
What we're doing today is a clean slate debate. So we thought that we talk about stuff enough and that it's entertaining enough that you might want to hear it too. And we're just microdosing me putting my opinion on the internet because I'm afraid to do that. So the way this is going to work is we're going to have a series of heated debates to the death. But Ben is going to bring us the topics that I don't know what they are. They're related to Magic the Gathering today, but I get to pick the side. And remember that he doesn't get to pick his side, and maybe I'm just picking the one that's more fun to argue. Maybe I'm being inflammatory. So, excuse us for our opinions. Yeah, let's get started. Tell us about our first topic, Ben.
My first topic is a Magic the Gathering arena specific topic. So we'll see. If you haven't played it, good luck understanding what we're arguing about. If you have, though, I think you're going to have strong feelings. Kelsey, I present to you repeated roping in MTG Arena should be penalized. Players that repeatedly, multiple games in a row, rope should be penalized. And that is the
I don't even know what that means.
That's the little, like the timer that like goes across the screen when someone is taking a long time on their turn.
Yeah.
Roping is the action of intentionally, when it seems like you are going to lose or when the other player is annoying you or whatever, intentionally just backing away from your computer and letting your timers that you have collected all tick down to waste the other player's time.
This is really difficult because I hate when people do this. I really, really, really hate it, and I do not think it should be penalized.
Okay. All right. Then I will be arguing that repeated roping should, in fact, be penalized, and I'm correct. It is a toxic feature that drives people away from the game. If you have won a game for all intents and purposes, if you are about to win the game and the other player presses control to hold up full control and you are about to swing in and you just cannot swing in because they are not letting you until the time ticks down, that is shitty to a level that I think people probably stop playing Magic the Gathering Arena because it is so annoying to deal with. I think that every aspect that we can control to make the game inviting and not a chore to play, we should do what we can to enforce that. And I think that it could be, a system of like, it starts out, you do that, and you are banned for an hour from playing with like, I would say maybe 3 games in a row of roping.
Harsh.
You're banned for an hour. If you do it again, 3 games in a row of roping, you're banned for a day. Do it again, and we could up it until some point where you're like, you've done it so much, you are so much an asshole that you are just banned from Magic the Gathering Arena. I think we should create the world that we want to see. We should not allow this kind of behavior to continue because it is a toxic tool used to be a jerk. It is not being used as it is intended to take the time that a player needs to think things through, because it's being used at the end of a game to prolong the win from happening just to be a jerk. That is what I say. We should not allow it. We should say, no, put our foot down. No roping here.
Yeah, I really don't think that people should do that, especially if it's intentionally, especially if it's at the end of the game. Like, that's shitty. That's horrible. Don't do it. But I don't think we can start penalizing things like that. First of all, there's way worse stuff to be worrying about. There's bigger fish to fry out there.
On Arena?
Yeah, people who say hello all the time. Your go. Dude,
do you know that you can mute them? You can mute. You can't stop them from roping.
I just think I too want it to be inviting for people, and I think more people would stop playing if there was a punishment element, because like what if listen, people are playing at all times of the day. You're not necessarily just playing when you're out of work. What happens if, like, I don't know, say like you're playing but something comes up, like you're working from home, let's say, but somebody like is like, hey, we need to have a meeting right now, and you have to leave it, right? Like I want to compare this to like leaving in League of Legends. A very different scenario, to be clear, but just with the concept of like punishing people with a wait time or a ban or something if you do something that's not good for other people. I don't think you should be leaving in League of Legends either, but it was one of the things that made me stop playing the game, because I don't always have like 40 minutes to play something. Yeah, in a game of Magic, I probably have 5 minutes, but what if it takes 20 minutes and something comes up, especially if you live with your family? You're not always able to say like, no, I can't come to dinner right now. I'm playing this game of Magic. And of course that would probably lead you to just like concede, but I think a lot of people would rather leave it. And maybe like try to time it out. I just think that there's other extenuating circumstances, and I think that discouraging it with a timer or a ban, I don't know. When you start banning people for that, I say slippery slope as if there's not people who should be banned for things. But the worst thing is that you waste like 2 minutes maybe of your life. Like realistically, how many 30-second timers do you have racked up? 4? There's 2 minutes of your life, and if you can't dedicate 2 minutes of your time to win a game of Magic, get out of the kitchen.
I will say, in defense of my own argument, I'm talking about repeated roping. So multiple games in a row of doing it, like maybe 3 games in a row. Because if family calls you to dinner and you don't close the game, you don't concede, that's 1 game. That's not what I'm not advocating that after 1 you should be banned. I think it's the guy whose family is not calling him to dinner, who is sad that his family isn't calling him to dinner, and he's like, I'm going to take it out on people on the internet. Like, I don't know.
I kind of think, like, you sitting there waiting to lose is worse than me sitting there waiting to win. So I don't like when people do that, for sure.
But it gives you time to take a victory lap.
Yeah, I get to take a screenshot of the battlefield. I get to text my friends about it, right? Like, I get to make some content about this. And we're doing it right now.
We're doing it right now.
I think it's not a good thing to do, but I think you don't really need to punish it.
Okay. All right. Would you like me to present you another topic?
Tell us about our second topic, Ben.
Absolutely. Our second topic today, I had a stroke. Our second topic today is this, Kelsey. Which side would you like to take on the notion that 3-turn win decks should always be banned in Standard? If there is a deck that consistently wins on turn 3, it should swiftly be banned.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
And you clearly want to take the yes on this one, so
actually,
you're welcome.
I think I agree with no more, but I will take the yes.
Okay.
And I will argue hard. If you go watch the other Clean Slate debate on Magic the Gathering, you will know that my favorite thing to do in Magic is to play Magic, is to have the opportunity to actually set things up and have not no interaction. You're allowed to interact with the things that I do, but I would like to actually play the game, please and thank you. If you've got a 3-turn win deck, the only thing that I can do is play a 3-turn win deck myself. And if that's all we're doing, like, let's just flip a coin, you know? let's just cut out the middleman and let's just flip a freaking coin. I actually want to play the game. I want to set up cards. I want to have a life total for more than 3 turns. I don't need games to go like 20 turns, but I would like a moment to build something up and not just rush toward the finish line. Even if like I end up losing the game, that's okay as long as it feels like we both got to play the game. I feel like so many of these 3-turn combo decks are me on one side of the battlefield being like, I'm going to play a mountain, and next turn I'm going to play an island, and then I'll be able to play my first creature. And by that point, I'm at 12 health. And like, that's not fun. I don't like that feeling. And I think that it would open up the game significantly if we cap things off at the 3-turn mark. Like, decks that consistently win at 3 turns, let's get rid of those. 4-turn win decks, I feel like we could have another conversation. Maybe we could get rid of those as well. But at the very least, 3 turns, come on. Let us play. Let's get to 4, please. Kelsey, why do you think that Magic should be over in 30 seconds?
Can I just ask you what kind of 3-turn combo deck you're playing against?
That was like pre-bans. That was Is It Prowess deck.
Yeah.
Is It Prowess
okay.
was a 3-turn win deck.
Interesting. I didn't come across that a lot. I came across a lot of like I was playing in like standard ranked.
Mm-hmm. That was
so
huge
I guess I saw
ranked.
some of that, but I mostly saw like green landfall chocobo.
That's
stuff
wild.
like
I feel like
and then
It
like
was
the
all
life
I was up
gain,
against.
like a Johnny's Pride Mate. Mm-hmm. You gain life every time you do literally anything. So I mean, I guess in like the professional meta, yeah, we're seeing those, but they're not winning in 3 turns because they both have the same deck, and that's a whole other problem, which I think the ban's good. Anyway, I don't think you should swiftly ban any deck that can win in that amount of turns, because I think that's part of the fun puzzle. If I really wanted to set something up in Magic, I'm going to be playing Commander. That's where I do my setup. I think that there's more opportunity for that because it's a singleton format and you can have a bunch of different things and they all work together and have their synergies. The fastest I've ever won a game, which doesn't happen all the time, it's happened once, was turn 4. It was a Mardu deck, my famous Mardu Mobilize standard deck. And it would be cool if I could get it to 5. I do agree that like I want to play the game, but I think realistically most of the time you're really not going to be pulling the cards in your opening hand that are going to do that. So I don't think that it's a problem most of the time. That's not to say we shouldn't ban cards that make the game imbalanced. I agree that we should have a banned list. But I don't know. It depends on what level you're playing at. Because if you're playing in the competitive meta, you should do whatever you can to win. And if you're playing in the casual, you're probably not going to run into that. And I guess this is Arena. Well, this one isn't Arena specific. Mm-hmm. This could be a bigger problem on Arena because you're not able to talk to your opponent about what kind of experience you want to have. Are you rule zeroing anything? Like, you're not really getting to have that kind of base level conversation or really any sort of communication with your opponent other than your go. I'm really slow sometimes because I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I again, like, not to be like, nah, we don't need to do that for both of these things, but yeah. I also think that, like, a key part of your question that I'm latching onto is swiftly. I think over time and over evaluating the landscape of the game, that's how we should evaluate our banned and restricted cards, not just, oh, your deck can win really fast. Okay, well, no, we can't do that because that's kind of the point. Like, if I play to have fun, and I have fun when I'm trying my best. That's something I love to talk about. I'm not like, I have so much fun sometimes when I lose. I know you talked about this, where like you lose to the like thing that gets as many counters as combat damage, and you're like, that's so cool that I don't really care. That's great. I'm happy to lose there. But I always have fun when I'm trying my best, and if you're taking away like the point, which is the winning and fast, what am I trying my best for? Like, if you're just gonna like kneecap me and make me not able to do that. Remember how I said I liked red?
Yeah, I do remember, and it is the red blue deck that made me ask this question or bring this topic. Everyone who's watching, ignore this next thing I'm gonna say because it goes against everything that I just talked about. I feel like this is very much the moment for the slippery slope argument of like, if we're banning turn 3 win decks, what are we saying is an okay amount of turns to win in? Like, if you ban turn 3, do you then later on ban turn 4? If turn 4 isn't available, do you then ban turn 5? Like, you have to like let the decks breathe, I think, in order to avoid that problem, because you are 100% correct. The point of Magic is to win Magic, and if you're like, turn 3 is never okay, at what point do we say turn 4 is never okay? And then yeah.
I think this is a really, really great way to say it. The point of Magic is to win the game. Mm-hmm. The point of playing Magic is to have fun.
Yes.
For me.
Yes, I agree.
Because I think both of them are like a really important part of the game. Mm-hmm. I also just like, for posterity's sake, want to say you can't ban a deck. You could ban a card.
Yes.
What are you doing?
True.
Banning a whole deck? But I think what you mean is like
is
banning cards,
banning
effectively
a deck.
like taking
Yeah. I will say, I have a lot of fun when I'm winning and playing the Omniscience Azorius combo. I think that's a lot of fun.
Is Omniscience? Oh, it is in stand. Oh, right, because it was in all
it was just among the bans.
In Foundations.
In addition to the Omniscience is not banned. They banned, I think, Abuelo's Awakening, which was like the way to do the 4-turn win with Omniscience. And I played that deck, and it was so fun.
That's great. I have really enjoyed climbing the ranks of standard ranked on Arena without playing the deck that everyone else is playing. Mm-hmm. I'm sticking to my guns, and my guns are Shocking Sharpshooter. That's the most... Dalcoven Pack Beasts, the OG. I love them. I'm seeing a lot of other stuff, especially after like Final Fantasy kind of... I wouldn't say like calmed down, but like after that like season ended on Arena, I started seeing a wider variety of things. But I've really enjoyed winning with stuff that's not the meta. And then I love finding a deck that's the same exact thing that I'm doing, and it's like Spider-Man meme. It's so good. It's like, oh, hey, you get it. Yeah.
That's what I've got for you, Kelsey. Those are the arguments that I would like to argue with you. It's done. We're friends again.
Aw, that's great. I'm so glad. Well, you guys should all let us know who you think won these arguments. It could be who made the best argument. It could be who you agree with. But either way, every single one of you should write down something. Something at all. Maybe it's a suggestion of a topic for us to debate next. That would be super cool. Maybe I do a giveaway for that. I don't know. So thank you so much for watching this. If you want some instruction or a glossary or anything on Magic the Gathering or stuff that we talked about today, I've got a lot of those on my page. And Ben doesn't have any Magic. Actually, you do have Magic content because we played Magic together. Yeah. That was really fun. Mm-hmm. But either way, his page is really cool. You should go check out Board and Savior. You should subscribe to both of us only after commenting who won, though. That's, I think, the most interesting thing here today. So thanks for cleaning that slate with a debate. See you next time.